Okay, are you ready to change breakfast forever? Yeah, the best thing that you've ever had for breakfast is probably going to be one of these fatties. This is absolutely incredible. We got a lot of great stuff here, and we're going to make a breakfast fatty. Now this is something that you can make the night before, and that way you don't have to do all the prep early in the morning. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get it all ready, and I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator for a little while, and then we're gonna pull it out in the morning to be able to cook it. All you have to do is just give yourself enough time to be able to put that inside of your smoker. So we're gonna start with some bacon, good old vitamin B. And I'm just gonna lay this down, and we're gonna do a weave. So I'm gonna take this bacon and lay it out, and we're just gonna make a grid of it. Leaving a little bit of a gap between each one of these. I think it's usually about a 6 by 6, and it'll depend on the thickness of your bacon and the length of the bacon that you're using, but I usually find that about a 6 by 6 is a good grid. So we're going to lay those guys out, and then I'm going to peel back 1, 2, 3, so every other one gets peeled back. And we lay a strip of bacon on here. Okay. Now we're going to take the next one, again every other. Lay a strip of bacon down there. Going to cover that. This is probably the part that takes the most amount of time. Oop, I did that wrong. So now this one's got to be here. You almost think this is the first time I've done this, huh? Not so. So we're just weaving this back and forth. Got some wax paper down here, and the wax paper is going to allow us to roll this up pretty easily. There we go, getting the hang of this. 2 more and we're done. That. Here is the final strip of bacon. So there we go, nice 6 by 6 weave. Fairly tight. And what I did is I took a pound of breakfast sausage, put it inside here, just this plastic bag, and that way I can roll it out nice and flat with a rolling pin. And now we're just going to cut that bag open. So we'll slit it right down the side, and you can decide if you want to do a spicy pork sausage, or if you want to do something a little bit more mild. Just really up to you and how much spice that you want to add in overall as well. So you see how nice that peeled back? A little bit there. Put that back. And this is just going to lay right on top of the bacon, of that weave. So 1, 2, 3. Hey, not bad. That worked out okay. Can do a little bit of repair here with little bits that might be sticking. So now we've got our weave with this sausage on top. The next thing that I'm going to add is, this is a little bit of spinach. And what I did was I just put this into a skillet, put a little bit of oil on there, kind of some spray coating, like a Pam, and kind of spread that out a little bit, let it cook down a little bit, and we're ready to go there. Now, I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of peppercini that I finely chopped up, and it's also got some jalapeno in there. So a little bit of jalapeno, peppercini. I think it's probably a good time right now to be able to add a little bit of rub. Okay, and now the scrambled eggs. Now these scrambled eggs, I barely scrambled them. And what my secret to scrambled eggs is, I'm going to let you in on my little secret. It's this right here, tonic water. For every 2 eggs, if you put about a tablespoon of tonic water in there and then really beat the eggs very well, they'll be really nice and fluffy. So since this is going to be cooked fully when we're on the smoker, that's why I don't go all the way with the cooking on the eggs. Leave them just a little bit undercooked because they'll finish off as part of the fatty. You can see where that's a little bit juicy there. Of course, we need some more bacon. So this was some bacon that I fried up and just kind of did a chop on it. So that'll be good. I'm going to add a little bit more of my jalapenos and peppercini. And then the next thing we're going to add is some cheese. And this is just a Mexican style 4-cheese blend. And we're just going to take some liberal handfuls of that and add it. Could put some mushrooms in here if you want. Whatever your favorite things are to add to it. Just think of how you would make an omelet. And basically, that's what you can do here. So, now we've got the rub on there, we've got eggs in there, we've got spinach, we've got crumbled bacon, we've got our spices, and then let's throw a little more in for a good measure. And then we also put a little bit of rub on there. So now I'm gonna carefully take this and basically just kind of roll it or fold it over to make a nice little log of wonderful braided bacon goodness. There we go. So that's where it's really important to have that wax paper on here because that really helps you kind of form it. And if you want, you can put some toothpicks in the ends to kind of keep it tight. I usually do that, and put a little bit more rub right on the top there. So this was probably about 1/3 of a jalapeno. It was 1 peppercini. It was a package of bacon, package of the pork sausage, and then I think I did 5 eggs in here, and they were large eggs, and beat those together, and away we go. So now we have the choice. we can say, hey, you know what, maybe it's late at night, you put this together, put it in the refrigerator, pull it out the next day, give it about an hour and 45 minutes in the smoker at 350. That'll render down all the bacon and cook that fully, all the sausage and everything else too. And you can put a probe in there to really make sure you can keep an eye on your temperature. But that's really all there is to it. That's your fatty all ready to go onto the smoker. And we're gonna check back after we put this on the smoker, kind of watch it as we go, and then we're gonna taste a little bit also. So it's dark, and it's a little bit rainy, but it's time to put this guy on. So I put this on a cookie sheet with a wire rack. Kind of keeps my grill a little bit clean, so we're just gonna let that little baby sit in there for a while. There we go. We'll check back. So again, you can do this early in the morning, you can do it a little bit later. You can get up really early if you want to get this all started, or sleep in a little bit. Prepare it the night before and then just cook it up when you need to. Maybe if your family tends to sleep in a little bit later on the weekends, you can get a little bit more sleep too. Prepare it the night before, put it on the grill, and have it ready for them when they wake up. This is really wonderful. It's a great platform. You can kind of use it with whatever you want. If you want to put more vegetables in there, you could put some diced peppers in there if you wanted to. You could even add a little bit of hash browns or some kind of diced potatoes in there that were already cooked a little bit. Mushrooms are a good addition as well. Really whatever you want. Put inside that, experiment a little bit, see what you like, see what your family and friends like, and yeah, this is just a great little breakfast item to make, and it's pretty easy too. And we've been rolling for about an hour and 10 minutes. That's looking pretty good. You can see some cheese kind of melding through there a little bit. Bacon's looking pretty good. All right, time to button her up and just let it keep going. So we just took this out of the smoker, and you can see that there's a little bit of a glaze on here. Added a little bit of barbecue sauce, and this was kind of a base of the sweet baby rays, but then I thinned it down with a little bit of apple juice and added a few little spices to it. Wanted to kick it up a little bit in its flavor profile, so I wanted to give it a little bit more spice to it. Add a little bit of cayenne pepper, a little bit of barbecue rub to it also. Just my own way of kind of increasing the concoction to what I really want to have. But this guy is just doing wonderful. You can see where that bacon is just perfect at this point. There's a little bit of cheese we can see on the little end there. This just looks wonderful, and it's making my mouth water just talking about it. So no more suspense. Let's cut into it and see what this looks like. All right, we'll go right into the end there. You can see the heat coming out of that. So this is the bacon wrapped fatty. There we can see a nice little layer of cheese through here. We've got some egg, not too much because this is the end, but I'm gonna put just a little touch more rub on there. Gonna give a little taste. Yeah, that is some wonderful stuff. The cheese just really adds a richness to it. Bacon on there, of course, vitamin B, can't go wrong with that. Got the sausage inside there, which isn't too overpowering. The barbecue sauce on there really makes it as well. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of kick with that. That cheese just, oh yeah. So we've got some cheese, a little bit of egg right there. I can even see some jalapeno kind of poking its way out. Yep. Bacon wrap fatty. I'm gonna cut right into the middle there. You can see all that goodness. Look at that, we've got the egg in there. We've got cheese around it with some of the green right here. That's the spinach that we put in. You can even see some of that crumbled up bacon that we put in there also. So that is just some wonderful stuff. So if you don't know what to make for breakfast, bacon wrap fatty, that's what it's all about. Hey, if you like what you're seeing here, you like the information I'm passing along, the recipes, the ideas, some of the rebuilds that I'm doing on pellet grills, please subscribe. Give me a like down below. Love to see your comments as well. If you comment, I'll make sure and comment back. Like to see what you're cooking also. Throw a comment down underneath. Send a picture of what you cook. And if you can improve on these recipes, please do. I would love for this to be an open forum where we can share ideas, get other ideas. If you say that you improved on it, I won't be hurt. I'll actually be pretty excited because I think that we can all learn a lot from each other. So you know what to do. Make sure you figure out what you're going to cook in your backyard next weekend. Hey, thanks for watching.